Leone has won 2 of the 3 games played here at Osborne Hall, including last year a 75-72 decision. Today's pregame show brought to you by Bell Stores and Marathon, locally owned and operated to keep your family on full. Again, just like Thursday night, Kentucky Wesleyan wearing black uniforms with, this time it looks like black or dark purple numbers with a thin white outline around them, so that'll make for an interesting call. Tap controlled by the Panthers. Lily Grimes into the forecourt. Grimes into the paint, spins, gives the ball up. Shot is put up, but no travel called in the lane against Kaylee Clifford. So the first turnover will give the ball to the Pioneers. Interesting matchup between the guards in this game. Pioneers primary ball handlers listed at 5'4", Kentucky Wesleyans 5'5" and 5'6". Robin Campbell with the basketball to Ellen Doyle. Doyle drives the baseline, lays the ball up and in off the glass. 2-0 Pioneers. Quickly the other way is Grimes. Grimes all the way to the basket. Shot no good, but she does draw the foul. Foul's going to be called against Holly Groff. And Grimes will go to the line to shoot 2. Lily Grimes, a 67% shooter from the stripe. First free throw up and in. Pioneers up 2-1. Second free throw to come. Grimes line to the right. Shot in the air, rims out, no good. Ellen Doyle with the rebound. And Doyle gives the ball up to Holly Groff. Groff between the circles to Doyle in the high post. Over to Groff on the right wing. Three-pointer in the air, rims out, no good. Rebound Kentucky Wesleyan. Into the paint goes Callie Nollet. But a foul called against the Pioneers before she can put the shot up. Foul's going to go against number 10. That's Alexis Hutchison, her first, team second. 9:02 to play. Pioneers up 2-1. Ball into Duncan. Duncan off to Clifford. Three-pointer in the air and good. That was knocked down by Callie Nollet from the left wing. 4-2 Kentucky Wesleyan. Ellen Doyle, top of the circle, launches a 3 for the Pioneers. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound Grimes. Lily Grimes brings the ball up against Wentling, drives to the basket, misses the shot. And the Pioneers with the rebound. Wentling with the ball on the right wing. To Robin Campbell. Campbell drives the baseline, shoots, misses, and the rebound controlled by Kentucky Wesleyan. Out to Nollet. Nollet drives into the paint. Passes the ball back out to Grimes. Three-pointer in the air and good from the corner. That was Nollet again getting the pass back from Grimes, and it's now 7-2 Wesleyan. Holly Groff crosses the timeline, slowing things down for the Pioneers. Groff on the right wing. Kentucky Wesleyan with a matchup zone going on right now. 2-3 zone. Ball down in the corner for Hutchison. Hutchison spins, kicks the ball back outside. 3 on the shot clock. 2-1 shot launched and hits the side of the rim. That was Ellen Doyle with the desperation heave. No good. 7-2 Kentucky Wesleyan. Clifford with the basketball, goes underneath the Grimes. Grimes' shot goes in, and she is fouled by Wentling. That was not Grimes, that was Keely Lamb with the bucket. Lamb wearing number 14, Grimes number 11, but you can hardly tell that from up here. Keely Lamb, 5'10", senior from Livingston, Tennessee, the best player on this Wesleyan team, gets the free throw to fall. She comes in averaging 14 points a game and 5 rebounds a game. Ellen Doyle for the Pioneers. High post off to Holly Groff. Groff on the right wing to Hutchison. Hutchison drives into the paint, loses the handle, and the steal by Kentucky Wesleyan. Clifford gets the ball ahead. Stopping at the timeline, or the free throw line, is Grimes. Grimes into the paint. Shot up in the air, no good. Pioneers with the rebound. Robin Campbell on the run. She gets into the paint, spins, shoots, and scores. Robin Campbell stopped as she got within about 5 feet of the basket, spun and scored. And it is now 10-4 Wesleyan. Leah Richardson with the basketball for Kentucky Wesleyan. She drives into the paint and travels before she runs into Michaela Poole. Poole in the game for the Pioneers. Michaela Poole, 5'8", sophomore guard from Carrollton. Leah Richardson for Kentucky Wesleyan, a 5'7", redshirt sophomore from Albany, Ohio. She and her sister Rachel Richardson, the only two Ohio products on this Kentucky Wesleyan team. Panthers showing full court pressure. Also in the game now for the Pioneers is Emma Callis. Pioneers work the ball around. Groff gives it up to Campbell. Inside to Doyle. Doyle spins, shoots, and scores. Clifford bumped into her. Clifford went down. Doyle spun and put the ball in the basket. Kentucky Wesleyan into their offensive set. 10-6. Panthers on top. Nowlet with the basketball. Lobs it inside to Clifford, and she lays it up and in. On the switch, Clifford ended up guarded by Holly Groff. They took advantage of that height situation. Got the easy bucket, 12-6 Wesleyan. Ellen Doyle, high post for the Pioneers. Gets it underneath, and Robin Campbell spins and misses the point-blank shot. And then Campbell gets knocked down as she had good defensive position. Talia Walton, 5'11", redshirt freshman from Stanley, Wisconsin, knocked Robin Campbell to the floor as she spun with the basketball. Her first foul, team's first. Into the game for Malone, Madison Hunter, 5'11", sophomore guard. And back in for Kentucky Wesleyan, Keely Lamb. Campbell to inbound for the Pioneers. Having some trouble, lobs it into Groff. Groff around to Poole. Pulls three-pointer off of the mark, but the rebound to Hunter. Back outside to Campbell. Campbell's three-pointer, front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Walton. Walton ahead to Nowlet. Nowlet stops, spins, gives the ball back to Walton, and she drains a three-pointer from 24 feet away. Straightaway look for Talia Walton. Nothing but net. 15-6. Kentucky Wesleyan on top here in the early going. Still 4:50 to play in the first quarter. Groff with the three-point attempt from the top of the circle. No good. And a foul on the floor. He's going to go against Kentucky Wesleyan. That's going to go against Callie Nowlet as she fouled Emma Callis in the fight for the rebound. Back in for the Pioneer, in for the first time for the Pioneers, is Jade Abdullah, 5'8", freshman guard from Glen Oak High School. And that's going to take us to our first media timeout. 15-6, Kentucky Wesleyan on top. We'll be back after this 1-minute break on the Malone Sports Network.
Athlete in college. I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. SAC gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
We're back here at Osborne Hall. Pioneers trail 15-6 to the Panthers of Kentucky Wesleyan. Malone with the basketball. Kentucky Wesleyan shooting over 70% from the floor in the early going. Pioneers finally get the ball inbounded to Hunter. Hunter spins in the lane, kicks it down in the corner to Abdullah. Abdullah across the lane, tries to drive to the basket, and a foul called against Kentucky Wesleyan. That's going to be Talia Walton picking up. Well, no, they're going to call that an offensive foul against Abdullah. One official pointed at Walton, the other official overruled. And Abdullah picks up foul number 1. That's 4 on the Pioneers. Clifford to make that Jordan Barga, 5'11 freshman forward, in the game for Kentucky Wesleyan. Bounce pass inside. Keely Lamb along the baseline lays it up and in. Lamb now with 5 points in the game, and it's a 17-6 lead for Kentucky Wesleyan. Abdullah with the basketball on the right wing, top of the circle to Groff. Groff down in the corner. Three-pointer in the air from Poole, off of the mark. And Watson with the rebound for Kentucky Wesleyan. Watson into the forecourt. She's going to drive into the paint, stop, kick the ball back out to Lamb. Lamb on the left wing against Hunter. Lamb dribbles into the paint, loops the shot up, no good. Hunter with the rebound. Madison Hunter with good defensive position that time. Pioneers quickly back the other way. Emma Callis stops, gives the ball back to Groff between the circles. Holly Groff goes around Lamb, kicks the ball down into the corner, and it's intercepted by Watson. Watson all alone as she drives end to end, lays it up and in, and gets fouled. Emma Callis with a bad decision that time to try to stop the shot as she was behind Watson. Watson went in, put the shot up, got it to fall. She has 5 points now, and she'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. Callis picks up foul number 1. See, Walton has been shooting 76% from the free throw line. Even though she doesn't start, she's the second leading scorer on this team at 10.4 a game. Free throw, perfect. And the Pioneers find themselves facing a 20-6 deficit in quarter number 1, 3:23 to play. Talia Walton takes a seat. Holly Groff brings the ball up the far side. Looks for a screen from Hunter. Leaves Keely Lamb on Groff. Groff to Campbell. Campbell's inbound pass is picked off. Tried to get it into the paint to Wentling. Keely Lamb the other way. Takes a bump at the other end from Abdullah and then just lays the ball up and in. And it's 22-6. Campbell into the paint. Kicks the ball down in the corner to Groff. Groff brings it back out top of the circle. Pioneers down 16. They need a bucket. Off to Campbell. Campbell drives into the paint. Loops it up with the left hand. No good. Rebound, Jordan Barga. Barga gets the ball ahead to Grimes. Grimes spins, gives it back to Barga. Off to Clifford. Clifford holds the ball above her head against Wentling. Gives the ball up to Barga. To Keely Lamb. Lamb working against Hunter. Launches a three and hits it. Madison Hunter turned her head just for a second to see if there was a screen coming. And in that time, Keely Lamb settled down and nailed the three-pointer, makes it 25-6. Wentling with the basketball on the right wing. Off to Groff. Groff passes up the three, gives it back to Wentling. Wentling dribbles into the paint, lays it up and in with the left hand. Sydney Wentling with a nice move, and that breaks the string. 25-8. Kentucky Wesleyan with the advantage. Grimes working against Abdullah, goes into the paint, kicks the ball down in the corner to Clifford. Her three is good. To make that Jordan Barga. Barga with her first basket of the game. Three-pointer makes it 28-8. Pioneers in danger of getting run out of Osborne Hall in the first quarter. Minute 21 to play. Abdullah drives into the paint, kicks the ball out to the three-point line, and Hunter nails the three. Madison Hunter, 5'11 sophomore from New Concord John Glenn High School. It's the Pioneers back in. Quick shot at the other end is missed by Kentucky Wesleyan. Abdullah with the basketball to Robin Campbell. Campbell into the paint. Kicks it back to Abdullah drives into the paint, shoots, and misses the shot, but does draw the foul. Checking in for Kentucky Wesleyan, Emma Johnson and Leah Richardson. Emma Johnson, a 5'11 junior from right there in Owensboro, Kentucky. Abdullah will step to the free throw line, looking for her first points of the game. 28-11, Pioneers trail. Abdullah, free throw is good. She comes in shooting 63% from the line. Second free throw, front of the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Kentucky Wesleyan. That's Leah Richardson. Richardson into the forecourt, drives into the lane. Nobody picks her up. She lays it up and in. Wentling and Abdullah were there, but neither picked up the driving Richardson. 30-12. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Campbell drives into the paint, kicks the ball out to Wentling. Wentling's three off of the mark, no good. And the rebound controlled by Kentucky Wesleyan. Ahead to Keely Lamb. Lamb drives into the paint, misses the shot. Ball tapped back out to Wentling. And the Pioneers can hold for the last shot with 20 seconds on the game clock. Robin Campbell works the ball across the timeline. Kaylee Duncan picks her up. Campbell gets a screen and a switch. Off to Wentling. Wentling down to Abdullah. 5 on the shot clock. Abdullah gives the ball back out to Doyle. Doyle drives into the paint. Has her pass tipped. Ends up in the hands of Campbell. Campbell's three-pointer is no good. And the Pioneers end the quarter down by 18. It is 30-12. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on the Malone Sports Network. End of one quarter of play. Pioneers trail 30-12. Malone shooting just 29% in that first quarter, 5 of 17. Only 1 of 11 from three-point range, 9%. They were 1 of 2 from the free throw line, so they split those 50%. Kentucky Wesleyan, 11 of 15, 73% from the floor. And even more impressive, 5 of 6 for 83% from three-point range. And they hit 3 of their 4 field goals. Both teams committed 4 turnovers. And Wesleyan had the rebounding advantage, 10-7. Although the Pioneers did get 2 offensive boards. We lost our power. I got the dial tone, so let's. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Pioneers clawing back, down by 15 now, 34-19. We've lost some of our ability to broadcast here in the booth. Three-pointer nailed by Kentucky Wesleyan. Makes it 37-19 as the teams go to another timeout. We'll try to get things worked out here at Osborne Hall. Pioneers trail 37-19. Malone led in scoring so far. Robin Campbell with 5, Ellen Doyle with 4, 3 points apiece from Madison Hunter and Alexis Hutchinson, 2 points from Jade Abdullah and Sydney Wentling. Leading scorer in the game, Keely Lamb, has 10 for Kentucky Wesleyan, with 7 points from Jordan Barga off of the bench, 6 apiece from Talia Watson and Callie Nollett. Pioneers trailed by 20. Current deficit is 18. Malone with the basketball. Following the made shot by Wesleyan. Token pressure applied by Kentucky Wesleyan as the Pioneers bring the ball up. Holly Groff and Robin Campbell in the backcourt for Malone. Ball lobbed ahead to Emma Callis. Callis spins, gives the ball back to Campbell. Campbell over to Groff on the right wing. Groff brings the ball back across the top of the circle to Madison Hunter. Hunter off to Hutchinson. Hutchinson spins back out top to Campbell. Campbell between the circles, 5 on the shot clock. Campbell drives into the paint, up with the left hand, and gets the favorable bounce. Ball falls through the net. 37-21. Pioneers still down. Campbell now with 5. 3-point attempt at the other end is no good. Rebound fought for and controlled by Holly Groff. Groff off to Campbell. Campbell between the circles. Campbell gives the ball to Groff, and Groff gets tripped. That'll be the second foul in the quarter by the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers. Foul's going to go against Talia Walton, her second, and the team second. I thought Walton picked up 2 in the first quarter, but apparently not. Pioneers inbound the basketball. Hutchinson on the left wing, drives into the paint, spins, stops, gives the ball back out to Campbell at the top of the circle. Campbell backs in, drives into the paint, tries to flip the ball toward the basket as she gets tripped and goes to the ground, and the foul's going to go against Keely Lamb. Lamb picks up her first, team's third here in the quarter, and Robin Campbell will go to the line looking to cut the Pioneer deficit. Malone by 16. First free throw rattles around, pops back out. Campbell, an 87% shooter from the stripe. The second shot goes in, 37-22. Pioneers trail by 15. Keely Lamb into the paint, and she'll spin and commit the offensive foul as Holly Groff had good position under the basket. Ball inbounded to Holly Groff. Groff working against Lily Grimes. Brings the ball across the timeline to Emma Callis. Callis back to Groff. Down in the corner for Campbell. 3 in the air. Barely scrapes the side of the rim, but the rebound falls off to the Pioneers. Alexis Hutchinson gives them another shot at it. 15 on the shot clock now. Ball off to Groff. Groff drives into the paint. Goes up and in. Went right around Keely Lamb. Lamb did not want to commit that third foul. Foul called at the other end of the floor as the Pioneers commit the foul. Emma Callis picks up foul number 2. Kentucky Wesleyan inbounds the basketball. Lily Grimes stops in the paint, scoops a shot up and in. Grimes now with 3 points in the game, and the Wesleyan lead back to 15 at the 6-minute mark. Driving to the basket is Alexis Hutchinson. She'll lay it up and in, and the Pioneers have found something going inside. Malone trailing by 13. Lily Grimes into the paint, and a travel. It's called against Grimes. She slid her pivot foot as she tried to stop and spin. That'll give the ball back to the Pioneers. Chance to cut the lead closer than 13. They've been down by 20 in this game. Malone with a nice start here to the second quarter, though. Robin Campbell to Holly Groff. Groff drives into the paint, takes a bump, lays the ball up and in off the glass. Nice play that time by Holly Groff. She has 4 points in the game, and the Pioneers have cut the lead to 11, 39-28. Kentucky Wesleyan with the basketball. Leah Richardson, top of the circle, guarded by Groff. To the far wing. Driving into the paint is Kylie Clifford, and the 3-second call goes against Clifford as she held the basketball in the paint. 5:05 to play. Another turnover by Wesleyan. Into the game for the Pioneers is Michaela Poole. Malone down by 11. Chance to get within 8. Or at least 7. Madison Hunter with the basketball in the high post to Wentling. Wentling drives into the paint. Puts a shot up. No good, but a foul called against... Let's see who they're going to give it to under there. Even the referee's trying to look to see. And it's going to go against number 23. That's Kaylee Clifford. So Sydney Wentling will go to the line to shoot 2. Free throw up and in. Wentling pulls the Pioneers to within 10. It's 3 points now for Wentling. Second free throw. Wentling made that one look effortless, and the Pioneers now trail by 9. Emma Johnson checks back in for Kentucky Wesleyan as Lily Grimes brings the ball up court. Grimes gets the ball to the top of the circle and then gets it back. Grimes on the right wing, drives all the way to the paint and then throws the ball back toward the middle of the court and out of bounds. So Lily Grimes throws it away and the Pioneers will get it with a chance to cut the lead even further. Malone down 9 with 4:30 to play. Groff to Hunter. Hunter in the high post. Back to Groff. Groff drives all the way to the basket. Lays it high off the glass and in. Holly Groff with a nice move. She now has 6 and the Pioneers trail by 7. Kentucky Wesleyan with the basketball. Richardson on the right wing, guarded by Groff. Top of the circle to Duncan. Duncan around to Grimes. Grimes drives into the paint, lays it up and in. Grimes split the defense, went all the way to the basket, put the ball in, makes it 41-32. Wentling drives to the lane and misses the shot. Rebound Kentucky Wesleyan. Panthers on the run. And stopping and pulling the ball back out is Leah Richardson. Off to Kaylee Duncan. Duncan drives across the paint, guarded by Poole. Puts a shot up, no good. Rebound fought for and pulled down by Kentucky Wesleyan. Ball thrown back underneath, and Kaylee Clifford lays it up and in. Players fighting for position, and Clifford found herself all alone under the basket. Her bucket makes it an 11-point game again. Wentling has her pass intercepted in the lane, and Kentucky Wesleyan on the way back, but ball stolen back by Alexis Hutchinson at the half-court line. Hutchinson off to Groff. Groff slows it down a little bit and drives into the paint, kicks it back out. Shot no good, and rebound to Haley Clifford. Clifford ahead to Lily Grimes. Grimes kicks the ball down in the corner. Three-pointer in the air. Rim no. And the rebound off to Madison Hunter. Foul goes against Kaylee Duncan. That's her second, team's first. The Pioneers will have the basketball. 2:31 to play. Haven't had many breaks here in the second quarter. There was a timeout called at about the 7-minute mark. Nothing since. Pioneers down 11 as Madison Hunter steps to the line. First free throw up and in. Pioneers trail by 10. Second free throw is in, or off of the mark, and the Pioneers still with the 10-point deficit. Walton with the basketball, drives to the paint, lays it up and in. Walton, physical presence, gets the bucket and makes it 45-33. Pioneers trail by 12. Alexis Hutchinson with the basketball on the left wing, out top to Hunter. Hunter gives the ball to Abdullah, over to Groff. Groff on the left wing, back to Wentling. Wentling back to Groff. Groff drives into the paint, kicks the ball back out to Abdullah. Abdullah drives down the lane, misses a shot, and the ball finally goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Kentucky Wesleyan. Ellen Doyle ready to come back for the Pioneers along with Emma Callis. And Robin Campbell. Pioneers have fought back into it. They were down by 20, currently down by 12, 45-33, a minute 40 to play. Jordan Barga with the basketball. Off to Maddie Boyle. Boyle drives down the lane, lays it up and in. Boyle gets her first basket of the game, and it's a 14-point lead for Kentucky Wesleyan. Campbell kicks the ball back out to Callis. Callis between the circles. Down in the corner for Doyle. Doyle drives back across the lane. Top of the circle to Campbell. Campbell against Keely Lamb. Gets a screen, and she'll reset it with 7 on the shot clock, a minute 6 on the game clock. Campbell drives into the paint. It's tied up by Lamb. Pioneers do not get the shot up as Emma Callis tried to wait for the defender to fly by, and that caused the shot clock to go off. 58 seconds left in the first half. Pioneers trail by 14. Walton's going to check out, and Kaylee Clifford back in the game, along with Emma Johnson. Keely Lamb will take a seat as Kentucky Wesleyan looks to build on a 14-point advantage here near the end of the first half. Barga with the basketball to Richardson. Underneath to Barga, and Barga misses the shot, and the Pioneers with the rebound. Check, that wasn't Barga, that was Kaylee Clifford. Holly Groff all the way to the hoop, then flips the ball back out to the corner, but Ellen Doyle travels before she can put a shot up. So the Pioneers commit turnover number 7. 10 for Kentucky Wesleyan here in the first half. 33 seconds on the game clock. So a 3-second difference as Wesleyan brings the ball up court with Maddie Boyle. Boyle into the key. Comes back out top of the three-point line. Off to Barga. Barga gives the ball up to Leah Richardson, and Richardson knocks down the three-pointer. And then a foul called at the other end as Maddie Boyle went for the steal. And that means shots for the Pioneers. So a couple of free throws for Malone here toward the end of the second quarter. Has no reason for that foul. 75 feet from the basket. Lily Grimes back in the game for Kentucky Wesleyan. That was the first foul against Maddie Boyle. And that'll send Holly Groff to the line where she's an 80% shooter. First free throw, strong off the back iron, no good. Pioneers going to send more people to the line. Try to get a rebound here with 7.7 seconds left. Second free throw up and in, 50-34. Pioneers trail by 16. And a travel. Oh, no, they're going to call the foul. That's going to go against Jade Abdullah. It looked like a travel call on the far side as the ball bounced high over the shoulder of the Kentucky Wesleyan player. But instead the foul called against Abdullah, her second, team's third. 4 seconds left. Ball inbounded to Barga. Barga drives into the paint, spins, shoots, and ball falls off the rim, no good. Pioneers will go to the half trailing 50-34. We'll be back on the Malone Sports Network. Kentucky Wesleyan with Kaylee Duncan, Lily Grimes, Keely Lamb, Callie Nollett, and Kaylee Clifford on the floor. And the Panthers will have the basketball first. Clock's still running down, everybody ready to go, and the clock's still at 8 seconds, so short delay here at Osborne Hall. I have to remind you to stay tuned for game 2 as the men will tip off about 25 minutes after the women's game ends. Clint Scroggs will be along to bring you that one. Wesleyan with the basketball. Ball dumped inside to Lamb. Lamb out to the high post and drives to the baseline. She's double teamed. Sydney Wentling in front. Wentling affects the shot, no good, and Wentling with the rebound. Pioneers come away with the basketball, trailing by 16. Ellen Doyle kicks the ball down in the corner. Campbell brings it outside. Back down to Doyle. Doyle spins in the paint, shoots, and the ball does not fall, but she will go to the line. And Callie Nollett picks up her third foul, and she'll come out of the game quickly. As going to the line is Ellen Doyle. Doyle shoots 69% from the stripe. First shot up and in. Doyle now with 5 points in the game. Second free throw. Off of the mark, no good. Lily Grimes with the rebound. Grimes up the near side quickly. Into the forecourt. Ball off to Kaylee Duncan. Duncan working against Hutchinson. Back up top to Lamb. Lamb off to Clifford. Clifford back to Lamb. Lamb drives into the paint, misses the shot, and the ball ends up in the hands of Wentling. Wentling hands it off to Groff. Groff will bring it between the circles to Doyle. Doyle back outside to Groff. Groff lobs it back into Doyle. Doyle tips it outside to Hutchinson. Hutchinson launches a three. Off of the mark, no good. Keely Lamb with the rebound. Lamb on the run. Gets the ball ahead to Jordan Barga. Barga stops, spins, back out to Lamb. Lamb launches a three, no good. Keely Lamb has lost it here in the third quarter. She is 0 for 3. So scoring 14 a game, not used to that. Groff all the way to the other end, lays it up off the rim, no good. And the rebound outletted to Lily Grimes. Grimes will miss the shot but does draw the foul. Lily Grimes got ahead of the pack, got the outlet pass, put it up, missed the shot, but did draw the foul, and that foul will go against Alexis Hutchinson, her second, team's first, and send Grimes to the line. Grimes 1 of 2 in the first half. Free throw, up and in. First point for Kentucky Wesleyan comes at the 8:26 mark of the third quarter, 51-35. Wesleyan back up 16. Each team with one free throw here in the second half. Second free throw, up and in. And the Wesleyan lead grows to 17. Grimes picks up Groff, full court. Groff across the timeline. Ahead to Doyle. Doyle back to Groff. Groff looks underneath for Campbell and then gets the ball off to Hutchinson. Hutchinson on the left wing. Goes around Barga into the paint, spins, and going to be fouled on the floor. Made a nice move. Got around the defender all the way to the basket, but the foul on the floor, and that's going to go against Kaylee Clifford. So Hutchinson got around Barga, then got fouled by Clifford on her way to the basket. Clifford picks up foul number 2. Ball inbounded to Hutchinson. Hutchinson dribbles out to the top of the circle. Back to the right side. Passes the ball inside to Campbell. Campbell kicks it back out to Wentling. Wentling's going to launch a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Hutchinson had the rebound, then lost it. And it ends up in the hands of Barga. Barga all the way ahead. Hands the ball back outside, and the three-pointer drained by Kaylee Clifford. Clifford a good 2 steps beyond the three-point mark. Makes it a 55-35 game. Robin Campbell launches a three-pointer way off of the mark to the right. And Lily Sky Grimes out with the ball. Goes all the way to the basket, misses the shot. Pioneers with the rebound. Game getting a little ragged here in the third quarter. Neither team is able to establish anything consistently. Robin Campbell with the basketball between the circles. Pass into the corner for Hutchinson. Hutchinson on the far side, and foul called under the basket as Grimes was trying to keep Ellen Doyle from establishing position. Grimes will be called for the foul, her first, team's third, and wholesale substitutions. Emma Callis back in for the Pioneers. Madison Hunter and Michaela Poole all into the game. For Kentucky Wesleyan, Talia Walton comes back in. And Leah Richardson. Poole to inbound for the Pioneers. Gets the ball into Hunter. Hunter hands it off to Holly Groff. Groff between the circles against Richardson. Goes around Richardson, drives all the way to the baseline, kicks it down in the corner. Back out top to Hunter. 3 in the air, no good. Pioneers cannot get anything going from three-point range as they are now 3 of 18, 16%. Walton on the other end. Drives the baseline, hits the two-pointer over Wentling, and the score is now 57-35, 6.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Holly Groff drives into the forecourt, gives the ball back outside to Wentling. Wentling back underneath for Callis. Callis spins, goes up under, and misses the shot, and the rebound off to Wesleyan. Barga with the basketball, stops between the circles, off to Clifford. Clifford across to Leah Richardson, back to Clifford in the paint. Clifford up and in, 59-35. Pioneers with 1 point in the first 4 minutes plus of the third quarter. The lead is back out to 24. Groff drives to the baseline, kicks the ball back out to Poole. Poole to Callis. Callis will launch a 3. Rim, no. Rebound poked back outside by Wentling and goes almost out of bounds. Saved back in to Kentucky Wesleyan, and going all the way to the basket and laying it up and in is number 11. That's Lily Grimes. Grimes now with 7 points, and the lead is 61-35 out to 26. Campbell underneath to Callis. Callis lays the ball up off of the glass. No good. Rebound Walton, and a foul committed by Sydney Wentling. It was a frustration foul as the Pioneers. 5:05 to play here in quarter number 3. 4 minutes, 55 seconds off of the clock. Have 1 point to show for their efforts. And Kentucky Wesleyan has taken the lead back out to 26. Wesleyan came in 13-1, having lost at Walsh on Thursday night. With the basketball coming up court is Leah Richardson. Richardson ahead to Lamb. Across to Barga. To Walton. Walton, top of the circle. She's going to, well, she thought about the three, even set her feet, and then didn't take the shot. Gives the ball to Lamb, 10 on the shot clock. Lamb drives into the paint, and a whistle and a foul called against the Pioneers. That's going to go against Emma Callis. Callis, 5'10 freshman from Waukesha, Wisconsin, commits foul number 3 for her and for the Pioneers. We'll be back after this 1 minute time.
Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Yeah, the Pioneers need to go on a run here. They are down 61-35, 4:43 to play at Osborne Hall. Kentucky Wesleyan with the advantage and the basketball. The whistle. Not sure why they stopped play, but here we go again. Ball lobbed in and over the head of Emma Johnson. Johnson runs it down out near the midcourt line. Keely Lamb with it. Into Walton. Walton spins, guarded by Ellen Doyle. And Walton's going to commit the foul as she apparently used her elbow to clear space in the lane. That'll be foul number 3 against Talia Walton. Walton, a redshirt freshman, 5'11", plays much bigger than that. Ellen Doyle with the basketball between the circles. Pioneers down 26. Hands it off to Groff. Groff drives into the paint. Tries to loop it back outside to Doyle. Doyle runs it down in front of the Pioneer bench. Back out to Groff, and Groff hits the three-pointer from the far sideline. 61-38. Pioneers down by 23. Groff now with 10. Leads the Pioneers in scoring. Keely Lamb with the basketball between the circles, guarded by Callis. And a whistle. And the foul is going to be called against Ellen Doyle as she was battling with Talia Walton for position in the paint. Ellen Doyle picks up her first, team's fourth. And the ball will be taken out of bounds by Leah Richardson for Kentucky Wesleyan into Walton. Walton top of the circle working against Doyle. Nice crossover move. Gets by Doyle, lays it up and in the paint. 63-35. Walton gives the Panthers a 25-point lead. Holly Groff between the circles, guarded by Walton on the switch. Ball down to Michaela Poole. Poole tries to throw the ball across the baseline and has it poked away and out of bounds by Keely Lamb. 11 on the shot clock, 3:28 on the game clock as Lily Grimes comes back in the game for Kentucky Wesleyan. Leah Richardson will check out. The Richardson sisters, the only two Ohio players on this Kentucky Wesleyan team. Ball poked away on the inbound into the hands of Walton. Walton with the steal down to Grimes in the corner. Grimes drives into the paint, kicks it back down in the far corner for Barga. Her three is in the air, no good. Rebound tipped around and finally controlled by Doyle. Ellen Doyle with the rebound, gives the ball to Holly Groff. Groff launches the three, no good. Rebound to Barga. Barga over to Lily Grimes. Grimes kicks it down in the corner for Keely Lamb. Lamb's in pass into the paint's knocked away, and Doyle with the steal for the Pioneers. Groff brings the ball across the timeline to Jade Abdullah. Abdullah across to Michaela Poole. Her three in the air is no good, and Lamb with the rebound. Pioneers 4 of 22 from three-point range today. Shot at the other end is no good by Walton. Groff with the rebound ahead to Callis ahead of the field, and Callis lays it up and in with the left hand. Emma Callis with her first bucket of the day. And the Pioneers find themselves down 23 with 2:15 to play in quarter number 3. Keely Lamb with the basketball, high above her head, spins against Michaela Poole, and foul called against Lamb on the charge. Poole had good position, and Lamb hit her with an elbow as she spun to the basket. Lamb can't believe it. She's pointing at the baseline. The baseline doesn't have an elbow, though. So now she holds her hands up, and I'm surprised the referees have let her get away with this long. Pioneers inbound, down 23 at the 2-minute mark of quarter number 3. That was the third foul against Lamb. A couple of Panthers playing with 3. Ball dumped inside, and a foul called against the Pioneers. Going to go against Jade Abdullah. The same foul, using an elbow to clear out your opponent. The officials are sensitive to that at this point, as these two teams have gotten a little chippy. So they're trying to regain control. Kentucky Wesleyan with the basketball. Grimes' pass is kicked away by Abdullah. Trying to get the ball inside to Lamb. Abdullah stuck out the foot. And the ball will be inbounded from Grimes to Walton. I checked that. That was Lamb. Keely Lamb puts the ball in the basket and will go to the line to shoot for the three-point play. Foul goes against Holly Groff. Groff second, team's 5th. Lamb, free throw off of the mark, no good. And the rebound to Robin Campbell. 65-40, Pioneers trail by 25. Robin Campbell with the basketball to Ellen Doyle. Doyle back to Campbell. Down in the corner. Three-pointer in the air, and it is good. And the foul, there was a whistle. Three-pointer is good, and a foul called against Keely Lamb. That'll be number 4 on Lamb, and the Pioneers will keep possession, as the foul was away from the ball after the shot. Well, they're going to talk about that now, whether it was before or after the shot. 3 officials getting together. If the shot counts, the Pioneers will have 3 points and the ball. No, they're over the limit, so Abdullah will go to the line to shoot free throws. So a chance for a rare 5-point play for the Pioneers on this possession. Jade Abdullah, 2 of 4 from the stripe today. Pioneers as a team, 8 for 14, 57%. First free throw up and in. Malone shooting 21% from three-point range at this point. Only 5 of 23. They usually hit closer to 35%. Second free throw, uses most of the rim but falls. And it's now a 20-point game. Pioneers picking up full court pressure. And almost got the steal. Instead, the ball gets ahead. Shot laid up and in by Emma Johnson. Johnson found herself alone at the baseline, put the ball in the basket, and it's a 22-point lead again. Abdullah's shot at the other end is blocked. Kaylee Clifford took the ball away from her. Ahead to Lily Grimes. Grimes passes into the corner. Shot no good from Johnson. The Pioneers with the rebound. It's Campbell and Hutchinson run into each other. Campbell gets the ball back from Hutchinson, drives all the way across the paint. Three-pointer in the air from Groff. It is no good, and the ball tipped out to the Pioneer bench off of Kaylee Clifford. Well, the ball clearly off of Clifford, but they're still going to give it to Kentucky Wesleyan. So apparently none of the officials had a good look at that. It was on a direct line between the basket and our position here above the stands in Osborne Hall. Kentucky Wesleyan with the basketball down in the corner. Kick back out top to Clifford. And Clifford's pass stolen away. Hutchinson all the way to the basket, lays it up and in, and gets fouled by Lily Grimes. Hutchinson with a very tough shot. Hard angle after she got fouled, managed to get the ball off of the glass and had it fall. So Hutchinson now with 7. First trip to the line tonight, or this afternoon. 73% shooter. Free throw off of the mark. And the Pioneers trail 67-47 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Lily Grimes with the basketball. Gets a screen, goes right down the lane, shoots, scores, and gets fouled. And that's going to go against Robin Campbell. Robin Campbell picks up foul number 1 and is going to send Lily Grimes to the line. Grimes 3 of 4 from the stripe earlier in this game. She has 9 points in the contest. Free throw up and in. 2 seconds left on the clock. Pioneers inbound, and the clock's going to expire before the shot can be put up by Holly Groff, and we'll go to the fourth quarter. 70-47. Kentucky Wesleyan with the 23-point advantage. We'll be back on the Malone Sports Network after this 1-minute timeout. Okay, quarter number 4. Larry Ridgway for the Malone Sports Network. Men's game will follow this one in about 25 minutes after it's over, as Clint Scroggs will be along to bring you that one. Pioneer women with some work to do as Ellen Doyle holds the ball over her head off to Jade Abdullah. Abdullah on the left wing gives the ball to Groff. Groff dumps it underneath for Doyle. Nice play by the Pioneers. Easy bucket for Doyle, 70-49. 9:40 to play. Pioneers looking to trap in the backcourt. Ahead to Walton. Walton back to Grimes. Grimes calling out the play. Grimes gives the ball over to Callie Nollett. Haven't heard much from Nollett today. She gives the ball to Walton. Walton drives into the paint, shoots, and does not get the ball to drop, but she does draw the foul. Foul's going to go against Ellen Doyle. Her second, team's first. Sydney Wentling back off of the Pioneer bench along with Madison Hunter. Doyle will take a seat along with Abdullah. And Walton will go to the line. Walton with 12 points in the game. Hit her only free throw attempt. Make her 2 for 2 from the stripe. And it's a 22-point advantage at the 9:18 mark of quarter number 4. Talia Walton rattles home the second free throw. Kentucky Wesleyan hitting 78% from the stripe. Groff brings the ball across the timeline against Duncan. Off to Hutchinson, to Wentling. Wentling to Campbell. Campbell all the way down in the corner for Wentling. And passes intercepted by Lily Grimes. Grimes into the forecourt. She'll bring it back out front. Ball ends up down in the corner for Barga. Back out to Grimes between the circles. Grimes on the far side to Duncan. Back up top to Clifford. Clifford drives into the paint to the baseline. Spins, shoots, and scores. Tough angle. Managed to get the ball to fall, and it's a 25-point advantage for Kentucky Wesleyan. Clifford with 11 in the game. Driving the baseline is Groff. Groff passes the ball all the way down in the far corner to Campbell. Back around to Groff. Groff guarded by Walton. Groff takes Walton to the baseline, goes up under, passes it back out front. Three-pointer in the air and good. That was Sydney Wentling with the three. She now has 7 in the game. And the Pioneers trail by 22. 7:55 to play in the game as Grimes brings the ball across the timeline. Walton with the basketball, top of the circle. Back over to Grimes. Hutchinson reaches in, slaps at the ball. Grimes spins, gives the ball up, goes down in the corner for Walton. Walton drives into the baseline. Her shot is off the side of the backboard. She thought she was bumped and was drawing a foul. Instead, the ball goes off of the backboard to the Pioneers. Down in the corner for Groff. Groff launches a three. Back of the rim, no good. And Madison Hunter saves it on the far sideline, keeps it from going out of bounds. Three-pointer in the air and good from Robin Campbell. Robin Campbell with 11. And the Pioneers trail by 19. 7:05 to play here in quarter number 4. Malone's had a couple of nice runs today, but they've given up a couple of bigger runs. And that has them down by 19 as Kaylee Lamb comes off of the bench. Ball poked away, but a foul called against the Pioneers as Walton tried to get the ball inside to Callie Nollett. Lamb comes back in the game along with Leah Richardson and Kaylee Clifford. Pioneers bring Michaela Poole back in as the foul went against Robin Campbell, her second, team second here in quarter number 4. Clifford's going to launch a long three-pointer. It is no good, and the ball poked out of bounds by Kaylee Lamb. Ellen Doyle back in for the Pioneers. Madison Hunter will take a seat. Bringing the ball up court is Holly Groff between the circles. Gets the ball to Wentling. Wentling drives into the paint, trying to back down her defender, goes up under and slipped and fell. Ball didn't reach the basket. And it'll belong to Kentucky Wesleyan into the forecourt. Driving all the way to the basket is Richardson, but she has her shot blocked. And Michaela Poole has it for the Pioneers ahead to Robin Campbell. Campbell tries to throw it inside to Doyle, and it's picked off by Kaylee Clifford. Clifford out to Lamb. Lamb between the circles, back to Clifford. Clifford plays give and go, gets the ball in the paint, spins to the basket, lays it up and in. 76-55, Kaylee Clifford with 11 points. As all the way to the basket at the other end is Robin Campbell. She'll get the ball to fall. Campbell now with 11. And the Pioneers still trail by 19. 5:30 to play here in quarter number 4. Keely Lamb gets the ball across to Callie Nollett. To Clifford. Clifford drives into the key. Spins. Kicks the ball back outside to Nollett. To Lamb. Lamb down into the corner. Richardson's three is no good, and the rebound to Sydney Wentling. Wentling with a nice box out that time of Kaylee Clifford. Ellen Doyle's going to launch a three for the Pioneers and rattle it home. Nice play that time. Robin Campbell drove into the paint and then spun and gave the ball back to Doyle. Doyle set her feet and knocked down the three. Timeout on the floor, but we're going to keep it right here. It is 76-60. Pioneers trail by 16 with 4:55 to play. Let's take a look around the GMAC. We have Walsh up on top of the conference at 4-0, 11-2. Pioneers came in 4-0. They're 8-4 overall. Kentucky Wesleyan 4-1, 13-1 overall. Cedarville 4-1. Malone dealt them their only loss in the conference. They're 11-3 on the season. And Findlay at 3-1, 7-7. And the other team above 500, Alderson Broaddus, is 3-2, 6-6. See what's going on around the league today. 67-34 in the fourth quarter. Tiffin up on top of Ohio Valley. And Lake Erie is at Hillsdale. Lake Erie 5-10. Hillsdale 4-9. Lake Erie with the 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. And at Findlay, Findlay having issue with the Findlay feed here. Well, can't give you a Findlay score. Alderson Broaddus and Ohio Dominican are playing down in at Alderson Broaddus. Dominican up 23-17. That in quarter number 2. Final score at Findlay. Well, fourth quarter score anyway. Findlay's up 84-72. Pioneers here trail by 16. Kentucky Wesleyan with the basketball. Down in the corner for Walton. Walton travels before she makes her move to the baseline. Pioneers left her alone in the corner. Walton decided she was going to take it to the basket, but moved her feet before she dribbled the basketball. And another timeout on the floor. Pioneers will have it when we come back. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout on the Malone Sports Network. Pioneers trail by 16 with the basketball. Larry Ridgway, Malone Sports Network at Osborne Hall. Robin Campbell to Jade Abdullah, down to Ellen Doyle in the paint. Doyle kicks it back outside, ends up back in the hands of Campbell. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Campbell 2 of 8 from three-point range today. And a rebound to Kentucky Wesleyan. Emma Johnson with the basketball to Keely Lamb. Back to Walton. Walton gets the ball to Leah Richardson. They're passing it around the perimeter at this point. Keely Lamb with it between the circles. She'll launch a three-pointer. Rim, no. Rebound, Ellen Doyle. See Doyle with her 7th rebound of the afternoon. Gives the ball to Campbell. Campbell out to Michaela Poole. Poole drives into the paint, lays the ball up and in. Nice scoop shot from Michaela Poole. Pioneers cut the lead to 14, 3:40 to play. Emma Johnson gives the ball to, let's see, that's number 10, that's Kaylee Duncan. Duncan back outside to Leah Richardson. Richardson working against Poole, gets a screen from Johnson. Drives into the paint. Can't get the shot to fall, but she does get her own rebound. She outdueled a couple of Pioneers to get the basketball in a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock for Kentucky Wesleyan. It doesn't reset to 30 anymore. Just goes to 20. And Walton splits the defenders, goes down the lane, lays it up and in with the left hand. 78-62. Pioneers trail again by 16. Walton now with 14 in the contest. Came in averaging 10. Doyle in the high post for the Pioneers. Turns, takes the ball to the basket, lays it up too hard. Went down and came back out. To Keely Lamb. Lamb into the forecourt, into the paint. Now they'll kick it back outside. Emma Johnson thought about the three. Instead, she'll give the ball to Walton. Walton between the circles. Guarded by Emma Callis. Off to Lamb. Lamb pass underneath, and a bucket for Leah Richardson and a foul. Leah Richardson now with 10. She'll go to the line looking for 11. It will be her first trip to the line today. Foul called against Robin Campbell, her team's third here in quarter number 4. 2:22 to play in the game. Wesleyan by 18. Richardson free throw makes it 19. Richardson with 11 on the day. And she'll take a seat, and Lily Grimes will come back in with 10 points. Grimes also with 4 assists to lead the Panthers. 19-point advantage for the Panthers. Hunter gets the ball to Abdullah. Abdullah drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Callis. Callis takes it back into the paint, spins, shoots, no good, and the rebound controlled by Talia Walton. Walton off to Grimes. Grimes is going to be picked up by Hutchinson. Callie Nollett with the basketball against Abdullah. Back out to Walton. Walton to Lamb, or to Grimes rather. Grimes into the paint. 8 on the shot clock. Gives the ball to Clifford. Clifford dribbles into the paint, spins, shoots, and no good. But the rebound not controlled by the Pioneers. They knock it away from each other out of bounds. Callis and Groff both had a chance for the ball. Went off of Callis's hands, and neither one of them picked it up before it hit the corner. So a minute 32 to play. Pioneers didn't get possession, so it'll only be 20 seconds on the shot clock for Kentucky Wesleyan, but a whistle and a timeout called by the Kentucky Wesleyan sideline. We'll just keep it right here. Pioneers trailing by 19, minute and a half to play. Men's game coming up. Pioneers come in 9-5. They are 3-1 in the GMAC. Kentucky Wesleyan a little off this season. They are 4-8 overall, 3-2 in the conference. So that game coming up about 25 minutes after this one ends. And Clint Scroggs will be along to take this chair and take you the rest of the afternoon, as Pioneer women have had some trouble today with Kentucky Wesleyan. Wesleyan's cooled off shooting. They were up near 75% at halftime. They are down to 59%. Still an impressive amount. 32 of 54. Malone shooting just 39%. 22 of 56. Three-point range is the big difference in the game, though. Malone shooting 27%. Kentucky Wesleyan 47%. Wesleyan from the free throw line 9 of 11. So the Panthers with the basketball. Inbounded to Keely Lamb between the circles. Picked up by Emma Callis. Off to Clifford. Clifford back outside to Lily Grimes. Grimes drives into the paint, spins, kicks the ball down in the corner to Walton. 5 on the shot clock. Walton launches a 3. No good. Rebound, Madison Hunter. Hunter gets the ball ahead to Hutchinson. Hutchinson flips the ball back out front to Groff. Groff to Hunter. Hunter drives into the paint, kicks it back outside to Abdullah. Abdullah spins, has her pass go off the arm of one of the Panthers, but it ends up with Emma Callis. 5 on the shot clock. Groff with the basketball. She'll drive into the paint, have her shot blocked out of bounds. 1 now on the shot clock, 43 on the game clock as the Pioneers will inbound. Holly Groff to trigger. She's got Keely Lamb in front of her. She gets it to Callis. Callis can't get the shot up, though, as she had to catch the ball and set. And the turnover will give it back to Kentucky Wesleyan. Pioneers have only committed 12 turnovers on the game. Wesleyan 16. but it has not mattered. Rebounding advantage to Kentucky Wesleyan, 36-26. As Kaylee Lamb gives the ball to Lily Sky, back over to Walton. Walton between the circles, guarded by Groff. Walton gets the ball back, spins into the paint, kicks it back out top of the circle. Three-pointer by Clifford is off of the mark, and the rebound to Abdullah. Abdullah runs it ahead for the Pioneers. Or that's Hutchinson, rather. She'll flip the ball off. Three-pointer in the air from Groff. No good, but she did draw the foul. Keely Lamb's going to pick up that foul. Only 8.8 seconds left in the ball game as Lamb fouls out. Her spot will be taken by Leah Richardson, and Holly Groff will go to the line. Groff has 13 points on the day, 1 of 2 from the stripe. Free throw goes in. Groff hitting 80.8% from the stripe for the season. She now has 14, make that 15. Still 1 to come as she was fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer. And she hits all 3 of them to make it 81-65. Pioneers down 16. And the ball's going to be dribbled out by Lily Grimes. That'll be the ball game. Pioneers will fall to 8-5, 4-1 in the conference. Kentucky Wesleyan will